Okay, what do you think of atheists as people, and what do you want to say to atheists as a Christian?
As a Christian, okay, number one, I got friends that are atheists. I know people who are atheists. Like, okay, got family who are atheists. Like, so it's not like I don't want it to come across as like it's Christians versus atheists. I think that's a bad way to frame it.
Don't they like to frame it that way?
Well, maybe. I would hope that we could frame it as in our viewpoints differ. Okay?
Okay.
And so instead of saying that person's bad, this person's good on either side of the argument, it would be better to say we have different perspectives and different viewpoints, different worldviews, but can we come together and discuss them reasonably? Right?
Are you saying they're not necessarily bad because an atheist could not believe in God but hold to God's morality completely?
I don't know if they can hold to God's morality completely because I don't think any of us can.
But I mean,
believe it though.
Believe it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
sure. I mean, I think there's a lot of really good people that don't know, that do a lot of amazing things that are not Christians, that do not believe in or do not believe in the Judeo-Christian God or any God. Okay. And so absolutely that's there. And so,
were you atheist for a hot minute?
No.
Oh,
no, never been an atheist for a hot minute. I had a very close friend who was and is an atheist.
Okay.
And we got along well, but I think that one of the things is to understand, okay, we're going to have differing viewpoints, different perspectives.
Okay.
Right. And that's going to drive differences between us, but it doesn't mean we can't sit and talk and have discussion. I get bothered when Christians, especially Christian apologists, belittle atheists. I am saying that I don't find atheism to be as logical, but it's not a belittling point. That's just my perspective of it.
Okay.
Right. And so I don't find any need to belittle an atheist. I don't find it helpful when atheists belittle Christians. Right. I don't think that's helpful for either side. I think we can come along and talk, in an intelligent, rational way without belittling one another or those kind of things, and to find maybe the bridges that actually do connect us as opposed to divide us.
Or you just don't talk about it.
Or just don't talk about it.
And hang out.
But yeah, and you can do all that. But I have found that a lot of atheists are intrigued of going, well, because there are a good bit of atheists that grew up in the church that left the church.
Mm.
And I'm the opposite. Not that I was an atheist, but that I just wasn't.
Joseph, why are you still so stupid?
That I wasn't in the church, that I wasn't a Christian, that I wasn't saved, got saved in the church, and now I'm a pastor, right?
Right.
And so I find a lot of atheists are like, wait, what? Because for them, they left because they were like, this is ridiculous. So how can someone who didn't grow up in it, who wasn't raised in it,
they remember how logical you used to be.
And then
before you believed in all this cuz nonsense,
right?
Yeah,
I know. And so I think that's a big thing. Like the idea that hey, we can actually hear each other's stories, and I like hearing their stories of for me, I'm like, well, how could you grow up in a church and then leave? That's how could you grow up not just going to church? How could you grow up believing in God and leave that? That's wild to me. And so it's interesting. I love having those conversation points. So I guess that's what I would like to say. I was find Christians that you can have conversation with, and with both people allowing the other one to speak, without this defensive, or offensive attacking manner.
Atheists do like debate and arguing with you.
100%. That's
it's their favorite thing.
Well, I'll say 100%. That is their favorite thing. It is the case for a lot of them, but there's a lot of atheists that I know as well that it's not like it's debate every turn, So yeah, one last thing.
Okay,
one last thing.
All right.
Because I obviously an atheist, and I would, even if you've been burned by church, the idea of God, find someone that maybe is following that you look at and go. I've had an atheist tell me this before. They're like, Joseph, you and this other person are the only two people that I think are actually Christians. That in other words, they're what they were saying was that you're actually walking out what you say that you believe. Okay. And so and then they were willing to start a conversation with me. Find someone like that. Find someone, if you're an atheist, find someone that you're like, you know what? I don't agree with it, but they are walking out what they say they believe.
Okay.
And go talk to them and find out why and what's happened and what's going on and why they, follow Jesus. And to me, I think that's an incredible way of like hearing their story. Even if you're like, well, but I grew up in church, I saw this and that. I get it, man, I get it. But at the same time, find out what's different for them. Find out why they didn't. And so I think often you'll find yourself amazed at as I would encourage atheists to do this, and I would encourage Christians, if you know atheists, do the same thing. Just share your story with them. Again, I said earlier, oftentimes it's not about here. It's about the heart. It's not about handing an atheist an apologetic book, right? And being like, well, here, read William Lane Craig's On Guard, and all of a sudden you're going to miraculously know God, right? Like, no, share with them your story, your testimony, who God is, the real knowledge of experiencing God and what that's like. And for me, I find individuals to be way more receptive to that than just an intellectual debate, right?
Okay.
So